Peppa and her playgroup are visiting the zoo for the day.
Going to the zoo. Bing bong bing, bong bing boom. We're all going to the zoo.
Children, are you ready to see all kinds of animals?
Yes, Madam Gazelle.
Today, we will be meeting wild animals.
Ooh.
But don't worry, the wild animals will be safely behind fences. A lion has escaped!
Hello, I'm Mr. Lion. Welcome to the zoo.
It is Mr. Lion, the zookeeper.
Hello, Mr. Lion.
You've picked a good time to visit. It's feeding time.
Ooh.
This way to the animals. Here are the tortoises.
Ooh.
We keep this gate shut so they don't run away.
They don't look like they could ever run. No, they're moving very slowly.
Yes, that's why they live to be so old.
How long do they live?
Tortoises can live 100 years.
Wow.
Now, feeding time. Who knows what tortoises like to eat?
Tortoises like to eat vegetables.
That's right. That's why we feed them lettuce.
Mr. Lion is feeding the tortoises lettuce.
But of course, children, not all animals eat vegetables.
That's right, Mrs. Wildebeest.
My name is Madame Gazelle.
Sorry, gazelle, wildebeest. For some reason, I always get those two mixed up.
Mr. Lion, what animal will we see next?
I'll give you a clue. It lives in water.
Is it a whale or a shark?
Wait and see. Look carefully into the water.
I can't see anything. There's nothing in there.
Wait, I think I see something. Ah! Crocodile!
Hello, I'm Mrs. Crocodile. I'm the keeper in charge of the penguins.
Penguins!
Adorable, aren't they? And now it's their feeding time. Penguins eat fish.
Ooh. Penguins are very good at catching. And waddling. And they like to swim.
If you look through the glass wall, you can see the penguins swimming underwater.
Wow! They're really good at swimming.
Yes, that's why we have this fancy pool for them.
Very interesting. Thank you, Mrs. Crocodile and Mr. Lion.
It's our pleasure, Mrs. Wildebeest.
Gazelle.
Of course, yes, gazelle.
What animal are we meeting next? I can see it. It's very tall. It's a giraffe. Yes, that's my dad. He's a keeper at the zoo.
Hello, I'm Mr. Giraffe.
Hello, Mr. Giraffe. What sort of animal are you looking after?
See if you can guess.
Look up there. There's a net. It must be a flying wild animal. It must be hiding, watching us, waiting to pounce. Ooh, butterflies!
Mr. Giraffe looks after the butterflies.
Is it the butterflies' feeding time?
Yes, and the butterflies get all the food they need from these flowers.
It is amazing they can live on just the food from flowers.
I wish I could get by just eating flowers.
Yes.
All this talk of eating has made me quite hungry.
Me too. Well, it's our feeding time now.
What's for lunch today, Mr. Lion?
Oh, lunch boxes for everyone. Sandwiches, fruit juice, and an apple.
Little picnics in boxes.
Tuck in, everyone.
Hooray!
Mr. Lion loves feeding time at the zoo. Everyone loves feeding time at the zoo.
The Great Barrier Reef.
Peppa is on holiday in Australia at Kylie Kangaroo's house.
I love it here at your house, Kylie.
Yes, I could stay here forever.
It's great having you all stay, but I will have to go to work today.
What is your job, Mrs. Kangaroo?
I'm a marine biologist.
What's that?
I study sea creatures, like these little fish here.
Ooh, a fish tank.
But the fish I study don't live in a tank. They live in the sea.
Do the fishes in the sea have little bridges to swim through and treasure to play with?
No, Peppa. That's just the sort of stuff people put in fish tanks.
Would you all like to come and see where I work?
Yes, please. I've been to where my daddy works. There was a telephone, lots of paper and colouring pens. It was a very nice office.
I think you'll find my office is pretty fun too. This is my office.
Where?
There, Peppa, the sea. I've got the best office in the world.
But how can you work in the sea?
With this submarine.
Wow!
Do you want to ride?
Yes, please!
Okay, hop in.
Wow! It's all the colours of the rainbow.
That's coral. Coral is made of lots and lots of tiny creatures.
Ooh!
And the coral stretches for miles and miles.
We call it the Great Barrier Reef.
It's my job to keep the coral safe.
Can we take some coral home with us?
Sorry, Peppa. We can look, but we mustn't touch.
If every visitor took a little bit of coral home...
Soon, all the coral would be gone.
We must never, never take anything away from here.
Ah! Look! Little fish. They're clownfish. Clownfish? They do look quite funny.
Look over there.
A big blue starfish. There's a tiny red one.
And a spiky green one.
What's that? That's a turtle. Ooh. Hello, Mrs. Turtle. How are you today?
You see how lucky I am to work in such an amazing place, Peppa?
Look! A little bridge, just like in your fish tank.
Oh, you're right, Peppa. It is quite like the fish tank here, except there's no treasure chest, of course.
What have you seen, George?
It looks like a chest full of gold coins.
Wow!
George has found a treasure chest.
You see, Daddy, everything is the same as the fish tank.
Yes.
That gold must be worth a fortune.
I think I can get it.
But you said we must never take anything away.
I meant natural things that belong here.
That's right. These gold coins don't belong here, so we need to remove them.
Ah!
It will all go to a good cause.
Yes, it'll pay for lots more marine research.
Hooray!
That was a good day at the office.
We saw coral and fishes and a turtle.
This is a great holiday.
I don't want it to ever end.
But you are going to leave sometime, right?
Oh, not that you aren't welcome to stay as long as you like, of course.
Thank you, Mrs. Kangaroo.
This holiday is the best.
Peppa is having a lovely holiday with Kylie Kangaroo.
Wendy Wolf's birthday.
It is Wendy Wolf's birthday and she has invited all her friends to a party.
Happy birthday, Wendy! Thank you, everybody.
Mr. Wolf is blowing up balloons for the party.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow these balloons up.
I love balloons. Me too. And me. And me. And me.
Everybody loves balloons.
Come on, let's dance. Don't let the balloons fall to the ground. Keep them in the air. This is fun.
Here is Mrs. Wolf.
Who wants bubbles?
Me.
Okay, I'll huff and I'll puff And I'll blow some bubbles.
I love bubbles. They are a bit like balloons, but they pop when you touch them. Watch. Woo! See, I popped one. Oh, we've popped all the bubbles.
We can always make some more bubbles. Who wants to go?
Me!
Okay.
Hooray!
Are you ready?
Yes, Mrs. Wolf.
You have to huff.
Huff.
And you have to puff.
Puff.
And blow.
So many bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the sky. Ooh. Look at that big bubble. That's not a bubble, Pedro. That's the full moon. Ah, and you know what you do when you see a full moon? You howl. Ow! Why do you do that? That's what wolves do. We howl at the moon. Wendy, can you teach us how to do that? Okay. First, you have to look up at the moon, and then you howl. Ow! Ow!
Wendy Wolf has taught everyone how to howl like a wolf.
Wow, who did that one? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't any of us. It's a wild animal.
It is Granny Wolf.
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Hello, Granny.
You must all be Wendy's friends. How do you do?
Hello, Granny Wolf. My, what big ears you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to hear you with.
What big eyes you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to see you with.
And what big teeth you've got.
All the better to eat birthday cake.
Wendy, what's that in the middle of your cake? It is a little house made of sticks. Ah!
Time to blow out the candles, Wendy.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the candles out. You've blown the stick house down.
Oh, well done.
That's my goal.
It was quite easy.
Houses made of sticks are easy to blow down.
I always forget. What's your house made of, Mr. Pig?
It's made of bricks.
Not straw?
Bricks.
Oh, of course.
That was a great party, Wendy. Yes, that was my best party ever. Happy birthday, Wendy. The Doll Hospital.
Peppa, George and Susie are playing in the garden with their favourite toys. George has Mr. Dinosaur, Susie has Penguin, and Peppa has Teddy.
Teddy, what game shall we play? Squeak, squeak. You want to roll down the hill? OK. Let's jump in muddy puddles. What's that, Teddy? You want to jump in muddy puddles too? OK. Splash, splash, splash. Oops.
Peppa has slipped and fallen on Teddy.
Sorry, I sat on you, Teddy.
Are you all having fun?
Yes. Yes, Mummy Pig.
Oh, Teddy, you look a bit under the weather.
What do you mean?
Teddy is a bit muddy.
Oh, I took Penguin to the doll hospital and now he's as good as new. What's a doll hospital? It's where dolls go to get better. They get washed, filled up with stuffing and even get new voices.
You are my best friend.
Susie.
I love you a lot.
Susie. Ooh. Mummy, can we take Teddy to the doll hospital, please?
What a good idea.
This is the Doll Hospital.
Hello, Miss Miss Rabbit.
Hello, Peppa. Welcome to the Doll Hospital, where we turn dolls like this into dolls like this.
Ooh.
Have you got a sick dolly?
Yes.
What is it? A mouse or a dog?
It's a bear.
Well, we have got our work cut out, haven't we? Ah! And a dinosaur. Are you booking them both in?
Yes, please.
OK. So tell me, little bear, what have you been doing to get so poorly?
Teddy has been rolling down hills, jumping in muddy puddles and being sat on.
It's no wonder you're not looking your best. There'll be no more rolling down hills, jumping in muddy puddles or being sat on once I've finished with you.
But Teddy likes doing those things.
You do seem a bit floppy. Nothing some extra stuffing won't fix.
What do you mean?
Look, this elephant is a bit sad, but he just needs more stuffing.
Teddy likes being floppy, thank you, Miss Rabbit.
Would Mr. Dinosaur like some extra stuff? OK. Would Teddy like a new outfit? Here we have a smart sailor's uniform.
But Teddy is a girl.
Girls can be sailors too, Peppa.
Yes, but Teddy doesn't want to be a sailor.
How about a pilot?
No.
Deep sea diver?
No.
What about a princess?
I think Teddy is happy not to have any clothes, thank you, Miss Rabbit.
What about Mr. Dinosaur?
No.
Fair enough. Would Teddy like new eyes? You know what they say, the eyes are the windows to the soul.
What's a soul?
It's a bit complicated. Just look at these eyes. We've got green eyes, blue eyes, or even these googly eyes.
The soul thingy might look a bit wrong with those eyes on. Teddy's eyes don't need changing, thank you, Miss Rabbit.
What about Mr. Dinosaur? Does he want some new eyes?
No.
Fine. One thing I can offer you, Teddy, is a new voice. The voices come in little plastic boxes which go inside the doll.
Hello, I love you.
That isn't how Teddy talks.
I'm so happy. I want to play.
That's not Teddy.
You are my best friend.
But that's Penguin's voice.
You are my best friend.
Susie.
Mr. Dinosaur, do you want a new voice? Silly question, really. There is one last thing I can do for you, Teddy. That's give you a wash.
No, Teddy doesn't need a wash.
OK, I'm finished. And it's good news. There's nothing wrong with Teddy or Mr. Dinosaur.
That's wonderful.
Would you like to pay by cash or credit card?
Oh.
Teddy, I love you just the way you are, and I always will. George's new clothes.
It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa and George are playing in the garden.
Muddy puddles.
Peppa and George love jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
George, you are all muddy.
Peppa, George.
George, my goodness, what a muddy little piggy.
You'll need a bath.
And we'll need to wash your clothes.
Oh.
George is washed in the bath. George's clothes are washed in the washing machine.
We must have washed these clothes 1,000 times.
George's clothes have got holes in them.
When you wash clothes 1,000 times, they get holes in them.
I can see your bottom, George.
Maybe it's time we got George some new clothes.
Mummy Pig is taking Peppa and George to the clothes shop.
Hello, Mummy Pig.
Hello, Miss Rabbit.
How can I help you?
We need some new clothes for George, please.
Well, you're in luck. This is a clothes shop. First, we need to measure you. Now hold your arms out.
George thinks you're going to tickle him.
I promise I won't tickle you, George. Very good. What a big, strong boy you are.
You see, George, Miss Rabbit didn't tickle you, did she? No, but I will.
George loves being tickled.
Right, let's find George some new clothes. How about this? It will keep you very warm.
Ooh.
If George would kindly go into the changing booth, please.
George is wearing a big, thick, woolly jumper.
You look cuddly, George.
I don't think white is the best colour for puddle jumping.
This isn't white. It's every other colour but white.
George, you look like a clown. No.
George does not want to look like a clown.
Too much colour. What about this then?
Now you look like a penguin.
Yes, it's still not really George.
What about this then? Basically, it's what you had before.
Oh, yes.
George, you look like you.
What do you think, George?
Hooray!
George likes his new clothes.
Daddy, we're home.
Oh, so George didn't get any new clothes then?
These are his new clothes, Daddy Pig.
The same as before, but no holes.
Ho, ho, I see.
Can we play in the garden now, Mummy?
Yes, let's all play in the garden.
Yippee! Look, a muddy puddle. Let's jump in it. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Splish, splash, slosh, splish, splash. With a big splash here and a big splash there. Here a splash, there a splash, everywhere a splish, splash. Jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Splish, splash, slosh, splish, splash.
Oh.
George, you've got your new clothes all muddy again. Oh.
You're one to talk, Peppa. Look at your clothes.
And you seem to be a little muddy too, Daddy Pig.
And you, Mummy Pig.
Oh, well, it's only mud. It'll come off in the wash.
If we're going to get washed anyway, let's get even more muddy.
Yes!
Peppa, George, Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig love getting muddy. Everyone loves getting muddy.
Nursery rhymes.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Children, today we are doing nursery rhymes.
Ooh!
Who has a favourite nursery rhyme?
My favourite is Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, yes!
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. I like that one. It had a sheep in it.
That was lovely, Peppa. Thank you. Who else has a favourite nursery rhyme?
I like Little Bo Peep.
And can you sing, Little Bo Peep?
Yes, and it goes like this. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. I don't like that one. It's about sheep getting lost. It's too sad.
Yes. Does anyone know a nursery rhyme that isn't about sheep?
Me!
Yes, Pedro?
Baba Black Sheep. Oh, sorry. I know one about a cat.
Oh, splendid, Candy. Can you share it with us?
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle. The cow jumped over the moon. The little dog loved to see such fun. And the dish ran away with the spoon.
Dishes running away with spoons? And cows jumping over moons? Crazy stuff. Who's next?
I know a rhyme about a mouse.
Very good, Freddy.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck one, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock.
Oh, that one makes a lot more sense. Mice do like to run around.
Madam Gazelle, I know a rhyme that has numbers in it.
Excellent, Wendy. Please share it with the class.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right.
Oh, the poor little fish was frightened. It was kind to throw it back.
Madam Gazelle,
Yes, Pedro?
I like Robin Hood.
Okay. And does Robin Hood have a rhyme?
Yes, Robin Hood lived in a wood. He was very good at jumping in mud.
Very good, Pedro.
I made it up myself. Madam Gazelle, I know a rhyme about marching. We have to go outside. Oh, the grand old Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. And when they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down.
That was good exercise.
Madam Gazelle, do you have a favourite nursery rhyme?
But of course, Pedro. Would you all like to sing it with me?
Yes, please.
Everybody, hold hands. Ring-a-ring-a roses,
A pocket full of posies. A tissue, we all fall down.
Peppa loves nursery rhymes. Everybody loves nursery rhymes.
The police.
Peppa and her friends have brought their bikes to playgroup.
Children, today we have very important visitors. The police are coming to our playgroup.
Ooh. The police drive cars with flashing lights. Nina, Nina, no, Nina. It's dee-door, dee-door, dee-door. Police cars go woo-woo, Nina,
Yes, if I might explain, what I was about to say was...
Hooray, it's the police.
Here are the police.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
That is how the police say hello.
Hello.
I'm Police Officer Squirrel.
And I'm Police Officer Panda.
We're going to teach you how to ride your bicycles safely.
Ooh.
Right, let's see you all riding your bikes.
Look where you're going.
Always keep your ears and eyes open. And stop.
Well done, children.
Now, suppose you're riding your bike along and someone steps out in front of you.
What do you do?
I would ring my bell.
Very good. Ringing your bell lets others know you are there.
Can you all show me how good you are at ringing bells?
I don't have a bell. I have a horn.
A horn is just as good as a bell. Could you give your horn a tiny little toot so that we can all...
Yes, that should be sufficient to alert the public of your approach.
Now for the last bit of the lesson.
Where's he going?
Police Officer Panda is driving to the bottom of the hill.
Calling Police Officer Squirrel. Over. Can you read me? Over.
Read you loud and clear. Over.
The police have special phones to talk to each other.
I'm in position. Over.
Now, when I blow my whistle, I want you all to cycle down the hill and use your brakes to not bump into Police Officer Panda.
OK.
They're on their way. Over.
I see them coming. Over. Very good braking, everyone.
Are you ready for Madam Gazelle? Over.
Send her down. Over.
I don't think I need to do this. I am the teacher, and I wasn't supposed to be part.
Ears and eyes open.
Ears and eyes open. Yes. Whee! Hooray! This is fun!
Ring your bell!
Oh, yes, ring bell!
Brakes!
Oh, yes, brakes!
Well done. And that's how to ride your bicycles safely.
Children, thank the police for taking time off from their important work to talk to us today.
Thank you!
You're very welcome.
When I grow up, I want to be a policeman.
And what is it about being a policeman that you like?
I like blowing whistles.
Very good. But of course there's more to being a police officer than blowing whistles.
Oh, yes. We're always very busy.
We do lots of very important things, like,
The police solve mysteries and drive cars with flashing lights. Nina, Nina, woo!
Spot on, Freddy. Right, we really must be on our way. And remember, always keep your ears and eyes open. Oh, who put that tree there?
Yes, it's not a safe place to put a tree. I'll make a note. Dangerous tree on public highway.
Ho ho. You see, children, a police officer's work is never done. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Peppa loves the police. Everyone loves the police.
Madame Gazelle's house.
Peppa and her family are visiting Madame Gazelle.
Hello, Madame Gazelle.
Hello, everyone. Come in.
Whoa!
Your hallway is a big slide, Madame Gazelle.
Is it meant to be like that?
No, the house is just old.
Everything here is a little bit wonky-donkey.
Oh, everything is leaning now, but it wasn't always this way.
When did your house start leaning, Madame Gazelle?
Oh, I don't know. It's been so long. And now I have cracks everywhere, too.
I think your house might need fixing.
Can't I just paper over the cracks and paint it? That is what my builder told me to do.
What does the outside wall look like? Ah, what's this?
Oh, that is my little Christmas tree.
That's not little. That's big.
It was from Christmas a long time ago. It was a little baby tree with a fairy on top. After Christmas, I could not bear to throw it away, so I planted it in the garden.
Your baby tree has grown so much, it's pushing your house over.
That's why your house is all wonky-donkey.
Oh, dear. What can we do about it?
I'll call Mr. Bull. Hello, Mr. Bull. We have a big tree that needs looking at. I'll be right there.
So, where's this tree then?
Here it is.
That's a mighty fine tree you have there, Madame Gazelle. Strong roots.
Yes, but it's pushing the house over.
Oh, yes. Let's chop it down.
Oh, dear, my poor tree.
Stop! I saw something move in the tree. It was a little animal.
In that case, I must take a look.
Before Mr. Bull chops the tree down, he must check that no animals are living in it.
Aha!
Mr. Bull has found a bird's nest.
Look at that! Little birdies nesting in your tree, Madame Gazelle.
Please, can I see the birdies?
OK, Peppa. We can watch from the windows.
Ooh, lovely birdies.
I think there's something else higher up the tree. Look what's here!
Buzzy bees.
Let's see what else there is. I say, look at this.
It's an owl.
Oh, I think I see something else. Onward and upward. Aha! You've got bats, Madame Gazelle.
Ah, my friends the bats. They remind me of the old country.
And what's this?
Ah, my Christmas decorations!
And a fairy!
That is the fairy I put on the little tree all those years ago.
It's a magnificent tree, a wonderful home to so many little animals.
Yes, this tree should not be chopped down.
Hooray!
But wait, if the tree stays, what will happen to my house?
Well, eventually it will fall over.
But I need a house to live in. Oh.
I've got an idea. We'll put your house in the tree. Mr. Bull, the crane, please.
Right you are!
It's a tree house!
Yes, it is wonderful. I have always wanted to live in a tree house. Thank you, everyone.
Hooray!
Madame Gazelle loves tree houses. Everyone loves tree houses.
Police station.
Peppa and her family are driving home.
That was a great day out. Now all I want to do is get home, put my feet up and have a lovely cup of...
I'm sore. George has lost Mr. Dinosaur again.
Oh dear, George could have lost Mr. Dinosaur anywhere. We've been to so many places today.
We went to the shops, to the playground, to the park.
George cannot remember where he left Mr. Dinosaur.
Oh well, Mr. Dinosaur is lost forever then.
Don't worry, George. Somebody will have found Mr. Dinosaur.
Yes, and when people find lost things, they take them to the police station.
So that's where Mr. Dinosaur will be.
This is the police station. Here are Police Officer Squirrel and Police Officer Panda. They are doing important police work.
Very good donuts, these.
Yes, donuts really are the best.
The police like donuts.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
That is how the police say hello.
And how may we help you today?
I'm sore. George has lost Mr. Dinosaur.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure you'll find your dinosaur.
All you've got to do is keep your ears and eyes open.
Actually, we were hoping some kind person might have found George's toy dinosaur and brought it here.
I see. We'll need to question George. It's just routine.
Please describe your dinosaur in your own words.
Take your time.
Use as many words as you like.
Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Excellent description.
We do have some lost dinosaurs in the back. Follow me.
Wow! What a lot of stuff!
Yes, it's amazing the things people lose.
Umbrellas.
Handbags.
Pirate treasure.
Wow!
Yes, pirates are always forgetting where they buried their treasure.
People dig the treasure up, and when they can't find the pirate who legally owns it...
They bring the treasure here.
Funny thing is, not one single pirate has ever walked into our police station to claim their treasure.
This cement mixer was found in a train. The passenger must have forgotten it.
Ooh.
And this banana was found in a shoe shop.
How in the world it got there, we'll never know. I'm sorry, young lad. What were we looking for again?
Dinosaur.
Oh, yes. Here we are, a box full of plastic dinosaurs.
Is this your Stegosaurus?
No.
How about this Triceratops?
No.
This Brontosaurus?
No.
I'm afraid that's all the toy dinosaurs we've got.
Oh.
Don't worry, George. I'm sure you'll find your dinosaur.
All you've got to do is keep your ears and eyes open. Oh, who put that lamppost there?
Yes, it's not a safe place to put a lamppost. Dangerous lamppost on public highway.
Aha! So this is your car, is it?
Yes.
The very same car you used for your day out when the dinosaur was lost?
Yes. Why?
Bear with us, please, madam. Did you look for George's dinosaur in the car?
Well, no, we
Please step away from the car, madam. Nothing in here. Completely clean.
Mind if we open the boot, madam?
Go ahead.
Hello, hello, hello. Look what we found here.
Dinosaur.
Ah, yes. Why didn't we think of looking in the boot?
Thank you so much.
Just doing our job, madam.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur, and Mr. Dinosaur loves George.
Pumpkin competition.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
It is almost Halloween, children, and we are going to have a pumpkin competition.
Ooh.
Have you all brought in your pumpkins?
Yes. I grew my pumpkin from a seed. My mummy bought my pumpkin from the supermarket. I've got a pumpkin that's made out of plastic. I haven't got my pumpkin here because Grandpa is still growing it.
Fine. Just remember to decorate your pumpkins and bring them back here for the competition tonight. There will be prizes for everyone.
Granny and Grandpa Pig have come to collect Peppa.
Granny Pig! Grandpa Pig! Have you got my pumpkin for the competition tonight?
Don't worry, Peppa. Your pumpkin is safe and sound in my greenhouse.
Is my pumpkin big, Grandpa?
Oh, yes.
This is Grandpa Pig's greenhouse.
May I present your pumpkin?
Grandpa! It is the biggest pumpkin in the world.
Quite possibly.
But how are we going to get such a huge pumpkin to the playgroup?
One step at a time, Granny Pig. We need to make this pumpkin into a lantern.
Ooh.
First, I will scoop out all the inside. Now we cut out the face.
And we put a candle inside to make it glow.
Lovely.
Now we put the pumpkin into the car.
The pumpkin is very, very heavy.
Oh, there. Step one complete. We're out of the greenhouse. Now for step two. We lift it into the car.
The pumpkin is impossible to lift.
I told you it was too big.
It's not too big. We just need a bit of help.
Hello? Miss Rabbit's helicopter rescue service.
Miss Rabbit, please come to our rescue.
It's very important. Come quickly.
I'm on my way.
All the children have brought their pumpkin lanterns to playgroup.
Welcome to the pumpkin competition. If everyone is here, we will get started.
Peppa isn't here.
Oh, where is she?
Miss Rabbit's rescue helicopter has arrived at Grandpa's greenhouse.
So, who needs rescuing?
My pumpkin.
We have to get it to the playgroup in time for the competition.
OK. Hop aboard. Next stop, the playgroup.
I think we will have to start without Peppa.
Aw, it won't be fun without Peppa.
The prize for the best pumpkin grown from seed goes to Susie Sheep.
That's me. This is fun.
The prize for the best pumpkin bought from a supermarket goes to Pedro Pony.
That's me. Nay.
The prize for the best plastic pumpkin goes to...
What's that noise? Look! What's that? There's a light in the sky. Ooh. It's a flying pumpkin. It's Peppa's pumpkin. Wow! Hello! Sorry we're late. Hello, Peppa. Am I in time for the pumpkin competition?
Yes, of course. The prize for the best flying pumpkin goes to Peppa Pig.
Hooray! This is the best Halloween ever!
Peppa loves Halloween. Everyone loves Halloween.
Father Christmas.
It is almost Christmas. Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Children, we are going to do a Christmas play.
Hooray!
Danny will be Father Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
Wendy Wolf can be an elf.
Oh, goody. Can I be a Christmas fairy?
Peppa will be the Christmas fairy.
I want to be the nurse.
I don't think there is a nurse at Christmas, Susie.
But what if somebody gets ill?
Good point. Susie will be the Christmas nurse.
I want to be a snowflake.
Okay. Now, you can all practice your parts.
It is the next day. Peppa and her family are at the supermarket.
Daddy, look. It's Father Christmas.
Why don't you go over and say hello?
Hello. It's me, Peppa Pig.
Hello, Peppa. Are you looking forward to Christmas?
Yes. We are doing a Christmas play. I am the fairy, Susie is the nurse, and Danny is you.
Ho, ho, ho!
Will you come and see our play?
I am rather busy at this time of the year.
Oh, please.
I will do my best.
Peppa and her friends are putting up Christmas decorations.
Father Christmas is coming to see our play. How do you know? I saw him at the supermarket. I saw him at the garden centre, but he didn't tell me. I saw him at the shopping centre, and he didn't tell me. Oh.
Peppa and her family have come to the Christmas tree shop.
Look! It's Father Christmas again.
Hello, and who might you be?
Peppa. You haven't forgotten.
Forgotten? No, no, no.
Good. So, you will come to the play?
Play?
Our Christmas play.
Of course. I will do my very best to come.
Oh, goody.
It is time for the Christmas play. All the parents have come to watch.
Are we ready to start, children?
We can't start. Father Christmas isn't here.
He did say he might be a little bit too busy to come tonight, Peppa.
Did he?
But look, your parents are here. The show must go on.
Snow, snow is what we like. Snow by day and snow by night. And when it snows, it turns things white. Snow, snow, snow. I am the Christmas fairy. Ho, ho, ho. I am Father Christmas. I am the Christmas nurse, and I need to check if you are well. Say ah. You're fine. Off you go.
Wonderful. Ho, ho, ho.
Father Christmas! You came to see our play after all.
And it's very good.
Do you really go all around the world on Christmas night?
Yes.
How do you do it?
With my magic sleigh and reindeer.
Wow! Can we see your sleigh?
Well...
I'm sure Father Christmas is a bit too busy to show us his sleigh.
It's true, I am very busy. But of course you can see my sleigh. Come outside, everyone.
Wow! It's beautiful. What's it like to ride in?
Hop in. I'll show you.
Why not? A little drive around the car park?
Hang on, everybody. Ready, steady, go! Whoa.
This is amazing!
Oh, my goodness! We're flying!
Can you go faster?
Hold tight.
Whoa!
Let's do a loop-the-loop.
That was brilliant!
Yes.
Happy Christmas, everybody. Ho, ho, ho.
Simple science.
It is playtime at Peppa's playgroup.
Stop!
Mr. Bull, what are you doing to our playground?
We're digging it up.
Mr. Bull loves digging.
Hello.
Daddy, why are you here?
I'm working with Mr. Bull.
Ooh!
It looks like Mr. Bull is doing all the work.
Mr. Bull just builds the playground. I do the hard bit, planning it all.
Ah!
I've worked it all out with science.
That sounds very interesting, Daddy Pig.
It is.
Would you like to teach the children some simple science?
It would be my pleasure. Let's start by doing an experiment.
Meh. What is an experiment?
It's a way to find something out that we don't know. Like, how many children does it take to lift Madame Gazelle?
100! 100!
You're all just guessing.
What's the answer?
I don't know, but we can use an experiment to find out. Who wants to try and lift Madame Gazelle?
Me! I can't lift her.
Madame Gazelle is too heavy for one child to lift.
Let's try 2 children.
She's very heavy.
Madame Gazelle is too heavy for 2 children to lift.
Let's try 3 children.
It takes 3 children to lift Madame Gazelle.
We just did some simple science.
It was fun.
Let's do another experiment.
Yes!
Make a tower of blocks. Very good, but the tower looks a bit wobbly.
Oh.
How can we make the tower less wobbly?
Put the big blocks at the bottom and the small blocks at the top.
Fantastic!
Edmund Elephant is a clever clogs.
Can we do more experiments?
Of course. Who can tell me their favourite game?
Jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
And what do we need to make a muddy puddle?
Dirt and water.
Dirt and water. Mix them together to make a muddy puddle. Peppa, please test the puddle.
This puddle is too dry.
Let's add some more water. Please jump again, Peppa.
This puddle is just right. Nice and muddy.
And making muddy puddles is a bit like making concrete. Concrete is what we're using to make your new playground. It starts off wet and soft like mud, then it sets and goes hard forever.
Ooh!
Right now, it is gloopy like custard. Let me show you. You see, it's very soft. But who can tell me what's going to happen next?
The concrete will go hard.
Exactly. It will set as hard as rock.
Daddy Pig, I think you should step out of there before...
I'll be with you in a moment, Mr. Bull. I'm just talking to the children.
Yes, but...
You see, the concrete is soft. Still soft. And now... hard.
Wow!
All thanks to a bit of simple science. Now, Mr. Bull, what was it you were saying?
I was trying to say you should get out before the concrete goes hard.
Ah.
Daddy Pig is stuck.
Don't worry, Daddy Pig. I'll have you out in a jiffy.
How?
I'll dig up the playground.
Daddy Pig loves being dug out of concrete. Everyone loves being dug out of concrete.
School project.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Children, who can tell me what this is?
It's a castle.
That's right, Danny. And for your school project, I want you to go home and make a castle.
Wow!
You can make your castles from any old bits and bobs you find at home. Cardboard, plastic bottles, egg boxes...
Can we use glitter?
Please, not too much glitter. It gets everywhere.
Can I make the castle big?
Make it as big as you like. The only limit is your imagination.
It is breakfast time at Peppa's house.
Mummy, Daddy, I've got some very good news.
What's that, Peppa?
I am doing a new school project.
School project?
Oh, what is it, Peppa?
I need to make a castle.
OK. Why don't you use this empty cereal box? Stick these yoghurt pots on the sides. And what have you got?
A box with pots on it. No, Daddy, it has to be good.
Peppa, what exactly did Madame Gazelle tell you to do?
She told us to use our imagination. And a fantastic castle is what I am imagining. And my castle has to be big enough for me to live in.
I see.
Right.
It is breakfast at Susie Sheep's house.
Madame Gazelle told you to make a real fairy palace?
Yes, with all the little fiddly bits.
Hello? Sorry, but I can't come into work today. It's a school project. Yes, yes. Thanks, but I should be able to manage.
This is what my castle looks like, but much, much bigger.
If it needs to be big, we should use concrete.
No, Daddy Pig. We just need to find a big enough cardboard box.
Have we got a big box?
No.
Delivery for Daddy Pig.
I don't remember ordering anything this large. It's just a new light bulb. Why do they use so much packaging for these things?
Shall I take the box away for you?
Oh, yes, thank you.
No, Daddy, we need that box. Look what I've got.
Great! That's your castle almost done.
Hooray!
It's not almost done. We have to stick things on, paint it, add the glitter.
Glitter? Hello?
Hello, can I speak to Peppa, please?
Peppa, it's Susie Sheep.
Hello, Susie. How's your school project going? I'm doing very well. More pointy, Mummy, and it needs to be taller. How is your castle going? It's quite hard work, but my Mummy and Daddy are helping a little tiny bit.
What do you think of this tower, Peppa?
Very good, but it still looks a bit cardboardy.
Maybe I can paint it.
I need to get on with my work now, Susie. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, Peppa.
What do you think, Peppa?
Wow, that looks just like a castle.
Oh, we got there in the end.
It just needs one more thing. Glitter!
Oh, glitter would stop the castle looking real.
And anyway, we've, completely run out of glitter.
Peppa and her friends have brought their castles back to playgroup.
Wow, a fairy palace? That must have been a bit tricky for you to make, Susie.
No, it was easy. My castle is made out of a cardboard box.
It is a very fine castle. Thank you, Madame Gazelle. Pedro, did you not make a castle?
I did, but it's too big to bring into school.
We built it out of stone blocks.
Isn't it wonderful what the children can make using just their imaginations?
And my castle really is big enough for me to live in.
Peppa loves school projects. Everyone loves school projects.
Gerald Giraffe.
Mummy Pig is measuring Peppa.
There, Peppa. That's how tall you are.
I'm taller than I was before.
That's because you're growing up, Peppa.
Now George's turn. There, George. That's how tall you are.
I am taller than George. Oh.
Don't worry, George. As you get older, you'll get taller.
Yes, but I will always be taller than you, George, because I will always be older.
It is time for playgroup.
Children, today a new friend is joining our playgroup. Say hello to Gerald.
Hello, Gerald. Hello. Wow, you're really tall. So you must be really old.
No, Gerald is the same age as you.
Why is he so tall then? I'm tall because I'm a giraffe. I'm taller. No, you're not. Yes, I am. You measure to the top of the ears. Oh, Do ears count?
Gerald Giraffe is the tallest.
Oh, I wish I was as tall as Gerald. And me. And me. And me.
It is playtime.
Let's play hide and seek. OK. 1, 2...
While Peppa counts to 10,
4,
everyone must
5,
find a hiding
6,
place.
7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. Found you, Gerald. Oh, you didn't find me. Or me. Or me. Or me. Or me. I always get found because I'm so tall. Oh, it's not much fun being tall. I have to bend down to talk to everyone. I have to bend down to talk to George. Hello, George. What's it like being little? Let's play ball. Yay! Maybe I'll play later.
Gerald Giraffe doesn't want to play because he is sad.
To you, Danny. To you, Pedro. Catch, Peppa. Oh!
The ball is stuck in the tree.
I can't reach it. Let me have a go. No, it's too high. What can we do? Chop the tree down! No! I can get it with my trunk. No, I can't. If Emily can't reach it with her trunk, then we'll never get our ball back. What can we do? Chop the tree down. No! If only there was somebody tall enough to reach our ball. Gerald! What? You can reach the ball because you're tall. I can try. Hooray!
Gerald Giraffe has rescued the ball.
Oh, I can see something else. There's an animal stuck in the tree. Is it a cat? No, I'm here.
It is Tiddles the tortoise.
Tiddles! Tiddles!
Here is Dr. Hamster, the vet.
Oh, you naughty tortoise. Who do I have to thank for rescuing my Tiddles?
Gerald!
Thank you, Gerald. My goodness, you are a tall lad.
I'm a giraffe.
Oh.
But you're taller than Gerald, Dr. Hamster.
Yes, that's because I'm a hamster.
Are hamsters always taller than giraffes? I will be taller than Dr. Hamster when I'm older.
Yes.
Grown-up giraffes tend to be taller than grown-up hamsters.
Hello.
Hello. Mummy and Daddy Giraffe have come to collect Gerald from playgroup.
Wow, you're as tall as the sky.
That's because we're giraffes.
And my mummy and daddy are very, very old.